Hello and welcome to another update video about Natgas. Just to keep it short here today, the chart basically moves continuously here now in a sideways move, sideways correction. It could be something like an Elliott wave triangle. The problem I have with this structure is that we don't really have a very clear low. So what would be clear would be this. Yeah, this was really nice and clear. We had a significant swing low. We had an impulse afterwards with an ABC structure down. Can you see the structural difference, yeah, to here? Here basically we could very quickly highlight, okay, we had an impulse and an ABC down, possible long entry point at the C wave low. Here, this is hardly possible to highlight like that. Yes, we have a possible beginning of an uptrend now, because on the micro level, this counts as a possible, let me see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, as a possible wave 1, as basically a leading diagonal. No, it would need to sit here, then maybe a 2 here, and we could do this. Yeah, this is possible. It's problematic if you have a correct, but because a diagonal is characterized by overlapping wave structures. So in diagonals, you have a lot of let's say corrective structures. Yeah, you deal with unreliable ABC structures as support areas, and the wave 2 down is corrective as well. And you could now say, okay, against the 198 level, we can now focus on higher. Yeah, because it came back, it reacted to, let's see which fib level we reacted to, possibly the golden ratio. Yeah. So, okay, so we could carefully say, right, maybe we are now in the third wave, but I'm not, I don't want to state it because I don't really have a confirmed bottom. We can be more clear about this as soon as we have a wave 3 top in place. I want to see now that it plays out the Fibonacci extensions. So I want to see now that it goes all the way to the 1.618 extension to 222. On this way up, it adhered to it very nicely, but you know how quickly it happened, right? Didn't take long. So let me just zoom out a bit. It's interesting though to see how, can you see how the volatility has reduced gradually until it really was non-existent anymore? Now possible turnaround. Yeah, I mean, it's something I'm observing at this stage. Could be, but it's not too clear yet. We have failed to break out and sustain above the previous wave 1 high. I would like to see that next. That's the move above 207, and then a break above 212 would be yeah, I think a good signal. Then it needs to reach 222, hold a wave 4 low and rally in a fifth wave. That would be probably the first wave of a larger C wave that you might know we are waiting for in a wave 4. So taking the bigger picture into account, we can say, okay, possible uptrend starting, bit too early to really confirm it, but possible. Again, what would need to happen eventually in this C wave, I would want to see it reach at least 320. That's just based on the Fibonacci retracements for the wave 4. I'm still primarily of the view that we have a possible wave 4 here. Can't guarantee, of course, that this uptrend has started yet. The signs are just too weak for that at this stage, but they can develop quite quickly. So it can easily break down. If it, by the way, if it breaks down below the 195 level now, I think we're going to make a new low below 192 as well, and then possible support at 182 and 172. But yeah, let's see if this, and what we're eventually looking for in this C wave is a 5-wave move. So this 5-wave move I've sketched out here could really just be the first wave of that 5-wave move. But yeah, that's a potential we're tracking at the moment. And my primary expectation is that we are still going to move up in a 4th wave before we finally come down in a 5th. But the alternative count would suggest that we are already here in this 5th wave, that the 4th was sitting here. But it is, in my opinion, less likely, because the 4th wave then would have been really extremely shallow, extremely unusually shallow. But of course, I cannot rule it out. It's all about probabilities in these markets. Now, let's take a look at Natgas futures as well. Similar development. I mean, the count is basically the same. Here we actually have less of a reaction to the upside, but also we haven't made a new low. Okay, so maybe spot is just catching up sort of, you know, on the upside, so that because they have moved quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, structurally Natgas spot has made a new low quite significantly, has actually dropped 7% below the February low, whereas the Natgas futures haven't done that. So that still makes the B wave likely as well, but it's just corrective sideways action, and there is absolutely no sign really here of a recovery so far. It looks even, I mean, this is extremely unclear in my opinion. Yeah. If we here, you know, break above 224, I would consider that also here a B wave low has been made, but it's just not very clear at the moment. Looks still very corrective for now. So maybe this week we get a bit of clarity. But from a count point of view, I've got the same expectations here, that we should see at some point here a rally in a fourth wave. C wave of wave 4. Yeah, a wave 4 is oftentimes a sideways correction. So if we put this 5-wave move to the upside in place in a C wave, this ends up being a so-called sideways correction in a flat pattern, because a zigzag pattern would give you a very clear spike in the wave 4. Yeah. The B wave would have been very shallow, but a wave 4 often has a flat pattern as a structure. Or, and I mean, this could become a triangle, right? But that's rather unreliable or unlikely. I would rather focus here on a flat pattern, and in a flat pattern, a deep B wave is not unlikely. It's actually quite expected. So yeah, that's sort of where we are here currently with Natgas. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.